the mind is the one thing that we don't test enough.
Here is the secret to ending your suffering. Trade your expectations for appreciation, and your whole life will change in that moment. The minute you appreciate something, your suffering is gone. It's just your expectations that are stressing you out.
A lot of us are so afraid of that test, and that's the real test. That's where the real growth comes from, is the mind. So we all have different things in our life that have scarred us. We want to act like those scars don't exist. We have the same thing on our brain. I have all these scars on my brain from growing up, being abused, from suffering through life, from having a learning disability, from stuttering, from having just a really bad childhood. And so all those memories, I had to cut open that scar. This is where I come from. And where I come from is hell.
You know, man, your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears. If you get, see, that's why you have to have big dreams. Because your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears and all your consequences. What makes people go back is you dream too small. See, your problem in life ain't if you aim too high and you miss it. Your problem in life is if you aim too low and you hit it. That's, you messed up now. So when you aim to the moon and you miss, you still amongst the stars. So it kind of keeps you motivated a lot longer, man, to help you push through.
I don't care what you believe in, but on earth, it's a very lonely journey. And you have to own all those things that people may have done to you. Now it's yours. You got to own it. And it's yours now to fix the problems that people did to you. But if you live in that woe is me mentality, you're going to always live right there. You have to figure out ways to move forward because you're not coming back. You don't want to break open that callus, that scar in your mind. You don't want to break, you have to break it open, let that blood flow. You have to let all that stuff flow out. All that toxic stuff that you have trapped in there has to start flowing out now. It's a painful truth. So you got to make sure that you constantly are rewriting your book every day of your life. Every single day.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute or an hour or a day or even a year. But eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
Push through pain enough and there's glory on the other side of it. But you got to get through it. And sometimes getting through it is coming out your comfort zone. See, sometimes we so comfortable now, right? There's a bunch of people sitting in this line right now. We didn't have followers. We didn't have nobody encouraging us. We didn't have people to go on Instagram and look at. All we had to do was get up every day and go back to work and start all over again. And the only approval was self-approval.
Problem with most of you never felt no pain before. Y'all spoiled. Y'all spoiled. Some of y'all spoiled. Just bottom line. Your parents have done everything for you. You never had to do nothing for yourself. You're spoiled. We're going to keep it real tonight. Some of you are spoiled brats. Every time you ever got in trouble, somebody in your house got you out of it. Every time you've done something you're not supposed to do, people say, Eric, your mother's a tyrant. You're right. She kicked me out. You're right. She's mean, but she developed a man because she put me out there and said, you're going to have to grow up. And some of you have never learned to grow up. And so every time something get hard, you quit, you call mama. I dare you to take a little pain. I dare you.
What would life be like if all the things you get frustrated by or stressed about or worried about, if you just wouldn't indulge in them anymore? If you started to, you catch it within 30 seconds or less and snap out of it and find yourself focusing on something you could appreciate or something you'd love or something you're grateful for or someone you love. If you were to train your mind and heart and body to live in a beautiful state every day, no matter what, how much more magnificent would your life be? How much more joy would fill your body? Because when you're grateful, suffering disappears, doesn't it?
Go back in your brain, crack it open while you're alive. Don't wait until you're fucking dead to figure out why you died. Visit them for at least an hour a day. Study it. Learn from yourself. Learn from life. Learn from your failures. Learn from your insecurities. Learn from your self-doubt. That's why I studied my mind, why I became so powerful in the mind, because I realized I was weak.
So I don't think you get to quit. You don't get to quit. It's not an option. The blood bought you. The grace of God called you. There's a hand of God on your life. His grip is stronger than yours.
You can tell the level of faith a person has by the size of their dreams. True believers dream bigger and aim higher, for they know the size of the God they serve. And if you want to accomplish amazing things and experience all that life has to offer, you must set enormous, almost to the edge of insanity, goals for yourself. The age of being practical is over.
So what's the difference between the sinners? That's the difference between two dudes who playing center. If y'all both got the same skill set, what's gonna separate you is the will. That's what's gonna separate you. And will is power. So everybody got the same skill set, but what separates you is the will. That's what separates you. That's when you got two dogs that come up against each other. Somebody got to take an L and somebody taking a W, right? So first quarter, first half, second half, that's what happens. So then how do we create power? We create power by our drive, by our engine.
Don't set your goals in relation to your own abilities. Set your goals in accordance with the God you serve. And let me tell you this, all things are possible with God. So if you align with Him, if you align with His principles, you are blessed and unstoppable. Now let's go to the word. Now to Him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. Now notice that last statement. According to the power that worketh in us. That means everything you need to accomplish your dream is already inside you.
It's no problem with your sentence. The problem is with your default. Until you change your default, you will always go back to being who you were before because you have never changed your mind. The devil can't do just anything to you. People can't do just anything to you. Life can't do just anything to you. I don't care how little you are. There is nothing as powerful as a change.
Quit on what God gave you to do. And the deposit that He called you to guard is the greatest sin of all. And sometimes I've had to keep crying while refusing to quit. Sometimes I've had to keep wrestling. We have an epidemic in our world today. It is the epidemic of quitters. Quick quitters. There is no value in what is lasting. The priority is what is seen. So we will quit something to appear knowledgeable rather than staying and becoming wise.
As long as you're programmed with what you can't do and what you can't be and what you can't have, you will never get up. But I dare you to go into your phone booth like Clark Kent and spin around and come out Superman and say, wait a minute, I'm better than this. I'm getting ready to change my default setting. I will not die crackhead. I will not let you abuse me. I will not stay. There is nothing as powerful.
And they gave me an opportunity to stop. And most people, when you give them an opportunity to stop while they're chasing something, they take advantage of it because they feel as if, man, why did this have to happen to me? I felt as if, why not me? This is the perfect opportunity to use this to be a blessing to somebody else. And you know what? It's not even about me to be truthful. It's not even about me. Now it's about repaying the people that invested in me and saw something in me when I couldn't see it in myself. At a certain point in life, it can't just be about you. And the moment that we understand that, and every day we wake up, we understand that life is a blessing and life is a gift. And if you were to check out today, how would you want to be remembered? It's bigger than you.